and welcome to Fabric Bias. It is Monday, December 11th, 2023, and just an update on this massive project that I'm working on. At least it's big to me. I've never sewn this many bags all at once. I've done the same bag over and over again, but not to this degree and in this time frame. So since yesterday, I have gotten all the straps sewn together and ready to go. I did some sewing last night. I pressed it and I got it all together. And what I didn't get done, I did this morning. Yesterday, what I did was I made sure all of mine were, had all the ends sewn so I wouldn't forget to do that, because sometimes I do that and then I have to rip and turn my ends. And so just one more time to show you how I do the straps. I take my straps, I do the 4-fold method. So you start with a piece that is 4 times the size that you need, have it out flat, you fold it in half, and you press it, and then you take the ends and you fold those in to the center, and you press again, and then you fold in half again, and you press it like that. And then what I do is I'll do all of that. I will put a piece of batting in on one side, and then I will take it and fold it again, back again to this, and press it again. Before I sew down each side, so you'll know that, oops, pick one that you can see. Let me see, this one. On that one, so you see it's sewn down each side. Before you do that, you're going to take so here you have it folded like this. You're going to take it and turn it back, right sides together, so you have your raw edges sticking up, and then in here is where your center fold is, and you fold it back right sides together, and then you're going to stitch across the ends. And when you do that, that allows you to take it and then turn it back out. So tuck that in. So you have right sides out, and your end no longer has raw seams. And then you just kind of push that through and poke it with a poker. I already did that on that. And so now it's all set and ready to go. And the reason we do that on the straps is because these ends here are going to be exposed. So they're not tucked into a seam. On the tabbies, I did get all the tabbies sewn last night too. On the tabbies, you don't have to do that, because the tabbies are going to be inside the seam of the pocket. So this is the pocket right here, one of the pockets. And so when you sew it together, your tabby comes out with the seams, the ends not exposed. And so you wouldn't want to do this method, because it would just add bulk on that. So when we're done with this video, I'm going to go ahead and sew this one. And hopefully I won't make any mistakes, because I'm getting super tired at this point. Let me show you how I clip the pockets really quick. So when I'm clipping a bag or anything, I'm going to show you on this pocket, I have a method, because I kept making mistakes. So wherever I have 2 clips together, it's a warning to me to, hey, slow down and pay attention on that one. So here's my turning gap. I have 2 clips on either side on that one. So I know I'm going to start here. I'm going to sew here. I back tack my corners because I'm going to be clipping them and it makes me feel better. I sew all the way around, back tack the corners, come around here, and I have another double clip. And this double clip is to tell me, hey, guess what? Your tab's here, so you need to slow down and be ready to back tack here as well. So to stick your tab in, you just fold it in half, and then you're going to put it in either the right side or the left side, somewhere where you want it to be. And you need to keep out of your seam allowance areas here. So if you're sewing a 1/2 inch seam, stay at least more than a 1/2 inch down on that. And I like to go straight across when I mount it. When I slide it in, I'm going to set it down so I can get it right. And then I clip it. And, most of the time, depending on the size of the tab, I let a little bit of it stick out. So that's a warning to me too. I stack them right on top of each other. And then I'm going to put this clip in front to tell me to stop. So I'll know to back tack. Come back around here and then back tack at the end. On that one, the thing when you do this is you do want to leave yourself a generous turning gap, because it will be easier to turn your bag through, so it will go faster for you, and it'll also be neater because you're not trying to cram all that extra bit of fabric into too small of a hole, which kind of makes your hole really wrinkly, and it's neater and easier all the way through. So make sure you give yourself a generous turning gap. Also, your turning gap, whether it's short or large, it's going to be the same easy. It's just going to be just as easy to do a little hole as it is a bigger hole when you get ready to finish it off. So you might as well make yourself a bigger hole to use, because that's just going to be easier all around. Once you're done sewing all the way around, you're going to clip your corners before you turn. And then there's a couple things you can do when you turn. I'm going to use this. My sister sent it to me. I'm going to call it a brayer because I really don't know what it is, but that, for some reason that comes to my mind. I like to press my seams open. This is the first time I've used this, but I think it's really cool and I've been wanting to use it. Normally what I do is I'll pull my seams open like this and then pull, let's see, fold it open, which is not going to cooperate with me right now. I get it open and then I just finger press, and I use my fingernail and kind of press the center open. And I find that if I do that, my seams, once I flipped it right side out, my seams will lay nicer. On that one, you can do the same thing with the brayer, rather than you're using your fingernail if you don't want to, which I shouldn't be doing right now because I don't want to break my fingernails right now. Got nice fingernails going in. I don't know why, because I don't like them long, but you can do the same thing with the brayer. Press your seam that way. Or you can use an iron. I'm going to be using the brayer because I want to actually sit down and rather than stand. You can do it before you turn it out. And let me see. You turn it right side out, and then when you turn it right side out, your seams just come out a little bit smoother. See how it's kind of popping? I don't know if you'll be able to tell. Okay. Once you get it right side out, you're going to poke your corners through with something. I'm using this stick. This isn't the normal stick that I was using earlier. I think that one's way over there. But the one I like to use is out of a bag for polyfiber fill. It came in a bag of polyfiber fill, which I think it was So Spire that had said that that's where she got hers. And I went and looked in mine and I was like, oh yeah, that is a perfect stick. And so you just want something that is pointed enough that it'll get your corner nice and kind of straight and less rounded, but not so pointed that you're going to poke it all the way through, which is what I did on one of my bags. So I'm turning it back inside out and having to fix the corner because I poked my poker all the way right through it. Hopefully I don't do that again. So, but you get them all turned, but when you press that seam open, then it just kind of lays nicer. And you can do it before you turn, or you can do it after. So I could do, see how this one doesn't, the purple sticks a little bit more out. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but the purple sticks a little bit more out than that one. But this one, there. See how you get your seam is more right on top, where on this one it's kind of shifted. But you can also do it from this side. You can open it up, your seam here, and use the brayer, use your fingernail, kind of press that open, and then the seam will sit more on top right there, and it just looks a little bit nicer. So you can do it here as well. If you want to kind of hold it in place before you take it to the iron, kind of get it pressed again. Here we go. Obviously I need to poke out my corners a little bit more on this one, but there it is. I will straighten out my seam, I'll do a better job. Oh, I am tired. I will do a better job poking out all my corners, everything like that, and then I will press it at the iron and then sew across the top on that one. So I did it on this one and realized that you probably can't even see the stitching because it's so light on that one. So this one needs to still be pressed. I was actually playing with the brayer on this one because it's the first time I've used it, and I tried doing that before I sewed. So I think I would definitely use the brayer to do the flattening of the seams. But then I would actually take it to the iron once I got it the way I wanted it to look. Fix this a little bit more. And press it at the iron before I actually top stitch. So there it is. I'm hoping I'm not forgetting anything. What did I do since yesterday? I did the handles. I put on all of the body pieces. I pressed on the interfacing. I cut out the interfacing to fit to each of the pockets. I cut out the batting to fit to the exterior pockets. The inside pockets will have interfacing, the outside pockets will have batting. So that, and I'm going to quilt that, but I haven't gotten that far yet. I sewed all the tabbies. I've got all my pockets laid out, these pockets laid out so that they're facing the right direction. I've clipped some of them, but I ran out of clips, so I couldn't do all of them together, so they're ready to sew, which I'm not going to do today because I'm making too many mistakes. And that's it, I think. So I hope that helps. I hope that wherever and whenever you're at, you're having a great time. Thanks for watching.